Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. In the headlines, OAS to conduct independent investigation of Sabada incident. San Ignacio businessman injured in robbery incident in Belize City, and businesswoman Marie Sharp is inducted into the Pepper Sauce Hall of Fame. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories coming up after these messages.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of My TV is it costs as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. My TV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
Here now is the news in details. 1 week after the Sabada incident inside of the Chickabull Forest Reserve, which led to heightened border tensions between Belize and Guatemala, the Organization of American States today announced that it will be carrying out an independent investigation of the incident. On the evening of Wednesday, April 20th, a Guatemalan miner was fatally wounded when Guatemalan poachers opened fire on a joint Belize Defense Force civilian patrol in the Sabada area, which is well within Belizean territory. The boy's father and younger brother were also injured in the same incident. A release from the OAS says that the governments of Belize and Guatemala have formally requested the independent investigation and that the hemispheric organization will be deploying the appropriate experts to carry out the investigation as soon as possible. The OAS release notes that this independent investigation of the April 20th incident will be separate from the current verification that is taking place. The Secretary General of the Organization of American States, Luis Almagro, has welcomed the commitment of both countries to clarify the events rapidly and expressed gratitude for their trust in the OAS for the identification and deployment of the experts who will carry out the task. On Monday, Prime Minister Dean Barrow appealed to the Belize territorial volunteers to stay away from the Sarstoon River. The BTV has announced a trip for this Saturday to mark the anniversary of the 1859 treaty, which establishes Belize's boundaries. But the Sabada incident of last Wednesday and the resulting flare-up in tensions, which includes Guatemala's expressed enforcement of sovereignty over the entire Sarstoon, the Prime Minister believes that the presence of the BTV in the area could cause a confrontation. But according to BTV leader Will Mejia, he sees no possibility of any confrontation as the trip on Saturday will be a peaceful one intended simply to mark a very important milestone. With that, Mejia says that the trip is still on and there are excursions planned from different parts of the country to take persons wishing to go on the trip to the Sarstoon. The Ministry of National Security has officially taken receipt of 2 brand new helicopters donated by the government of the Republic of China on Taiwan. The handing over of the new aerial platforms was done this morning during ceremonies at Price Barracks in Ladyville. Minister of National Security John Saldivar, who received the helicopters on behalf of the government of Belize, said in his address that today's milestone is a signature one, not only for the BDF, but for the country on a whole. Minister Saldivar said that the helicopters will provide the country with 24-hour aerial mobility, which it never had before without having to rely on others. And with the hurricane season just over a month away, Minister Saldivar says the donated helicopters will give Belize crucial reconnaissance capabilities to monitor damage and flood-prone areas. But perhaps the biggest use of the choppers will be to assist the BDF in monitoring illegal activities across the country, and particularly along the Belize-Guatemala border. That capability was not lost on the commander of the BDF, Brigadier General David Jones, who said that the helicopters will contribute real-time savings in terms of man-hours. Before the advent of the choppers, it would take troops hours and even days to reach certain areas. But with the helicopters, soldiers could be inserted and extracted from even the most remote areas of the country in a much shorter time frame. San Ignacio businessman 41-year-old Zane Robinson is recuperating in the Carl Houston Memorial Hospital following a shooting incident on Tuesday evening. Police say that Robinson was shot to the left shoulder and left hip during a robbery in Belize City. According to authorities, Robinson was in the vicinity of First Street in Belize City yesterday evening to collect payments for his company. But as he exited his vehicle, he was accosted by 2 men, one of whom assaulted him with a firearm. Police say their investigation reveals that the second man searched Robinson and relieved him of his 9mm pistol, vehicle key, and cell phone, all with a combined value of $6,500. After the robbery, Robinson was shot, and police say the assailants left the scene in a blue car. Zane Robinson remains in stable condition at the KHMH, and the police investigation of the incident continues. A man from Belmopan was critically injured in a shooting incident last night. 24-year-old Jose Alberto Marquez had just visited with his mother in the Salvapan area of the nation's capital and was on his way home around 9:30 last night when he was shot. According to police reports, a car approached Marquez from behind and someone from inside the vehicle fired a single shot, which hit him to the left side of his back. Marquez was taken to the Western Regional Hospital and was listed in a critical condition. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. We will have more of the day's stories for you right after these messages.
Indigenous Productions presents to you Ras India.
It's truly one of a kind.
One of a kind.
One of a kind.
Available in stores worldwide.
Big love from London. We love the album. I was living in Ethiopia. I'm from Mexico and we love this one of a kind city. We love one of a kind. Big up Ras India from Belize. One love. I like it.
I'm here from Australia. Big up Ras India, one of a kind. Woo, woo.
I'm Angel. I'm from Canada, Alberta, and I love this new CD.
廣東話好音樂，本地製作，支持。
Buy it now.
Download it on Amazon and iTunes now.
Available in stores countrywide.
We're going somewhere. We're going know yourself so that you can be yourself. You must learn to love yourself before you love somebody else. Remember when things get tough, hold on tight and don't give up. Keep your moral values up. Don't let nobody set you up. They can always take my blame. I can always lose my fame, but then knowledge in my brain.
Welcome back to the 9 o'clock news. An investigation into the death of a farm worker at the Santander sugarcane field near Valley of Peace Village in the Cayo district on Monday morning continues. 20-year-old Francisco Andres Antonio Sebastian was crushed by heavy equipment around 11 o'clock on Monday morning. The driver of one of the Santander harvesters told authorities that the body of Sebastian was discovered with multiple body injuries. Police say that their initial investigation reveals that Sebastian may have been asleep in the cane field when the harvester crushed him to death. The body was taken to the Western Regional Hospital in Belmopan for a post-mortem examination. Belizean pioneer Marie Sharp has taken her place in the Hot Sauce Hall of Fame. Sharp joined 4 other inductees in the class of 2016 named by the Hot Sauce Hall of Fame Foundation. Marie Sharp was in New York on Saturday to attend the New York City Hot Sauce Expo and to receive the distinctive red jacket and Hall of Fame ring. Just after the announcement of her inclusion in the class of 2016, TNT News sat down with the Belizean pioneer at her office on the Melinda Road in Stan Creek for an extended interview. Here is a part of that feature. Meet Marie Sharp, businesswoman, entrepreneur, trailblazer. In short, an extraordinary Belizean. And now she is adding one more accolade to her already impressive resume. The Stan Creek icon is going into the Hot Sauce Hall of Fame.
Well, thank you very much for your congratulations. Actually, I felt very surprised, very happy, very excited because I was really the only outsider among all the nominees, only outsider because all the rest are Americans and American men. So I'm the only woman, right? So I didn't put much thought on it at the beginning when I was nominated because I said, try and get that because, I don't have the qualifications for it. I'm not an American and this and all that. But so I was excited and I'm very happy. I feel like I did something for my country. So it's a great honor really that has been bestowed on me, and I'm very happy that I lived to see it, because this year August makes me 35 years that I'm doing this pepper sauce. So at least I'm getting some sort of like a reward, So I'm happy.
And living to see this important milestone has meant a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. The story of Marie Sharp is a testimony of perseverance, sacrifices, and of overcoming obstacles that could have derailed the dream. But 3 decades and a half after the first bottle of pepper sauce was produced in her kitchen, Marie Sharp shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon.
We have like about 12 different pepper sauces. We have 6 that are carrot based, and they're all at different heat levels. We have 2 that are made from citrus pulp, orange and grapefruit with a yellow habanero. And then we have our green one that's made from the prickly pear, the cactus, as we know it here in Belize, the scaginil and green habanero. I have 2 that is, we smoke our own habanero peppers, and they're made from smoked habanero peppers. Those have also taken the market very, very well. We have a sweet habanero pepper sauce. We have a steak sauce that's made from tamarind, green mangoes, ginger. And they're all known to people because all the tourists that come to Belize enjoy it, and take it away with them. So I know that it's well received. I have all my jams and jellies, all made from Belizean fruit. I do banana, coconut, guava, mango, mixed fruit, papaya, pineapple, orange jelly, orange marmalade. I do pepper jellies, two habanero pepper jellies. I do a green mango chutney. So I do a Belizean seasonal from Anato, which is like a Ricardo, except like it's very high grade, and it's liquid, so the housewife don't have to dirty their nails. Just pour it on. I do coconut oil. I do the squashes. I do 8 different varieties of squash: orange, grapefruit, fruit punch, citrus punch, lime, pineapple, strawberry, apple. We do some wines. Anything that comes off the farm, we turn into a product.
And it is that ability to consistently turn out quality products that has put Marie Sharp's fine foods on dinner tables around the world, from Canada to Australia and from Belize to Japan. And it is all being done with a staff of 25 and a network of local farmers who keep the supply chain moving at a brisk pace. What is your staff complement at this time?
We have 25 people that work in-house right now. We have 15 on the farm, and plus my farmers that we have out that don't work in, but they work for me. So,
how is that arrangement? How many farmers do you have that you work with who are not on?
We have 40 farmers, and those all have to go through seminars with the extension officers of the Agriculture Department and the Pesticide Control Board.
The full feature on Marie Sharp and her hot sauce operation will air in the coming days on TNC. The University of Belize is the recipient of a grant of over $500,000 from the Technical Cooperation Program of the International Atomic Energy Agency. A press release from the University of Belize says that the funds are being used to acquire laboratory equipment and to conduct training. UB says its goal is to work alongside the Technical Cooperation Program to establish a long and fruitful relationship for building capacity at UB and of its stakeholders that will lead to meaningful contributions towards the development of Belize. In related news, on Tuesday, the Program Management Officer for Latin America and the Caribbean, Giovanna Ramos, paid a courtesy call on the President of the University of Belize, Alan Slusher. There was a paint-up-a-storm activity this past weekend in San Ignacio town. The all-day event on Saturday was organized by the Winsome Foundation. Founder of the organization, Winsome, spoke about the event and what it was all about.
Today we are doing a massive paint up a storm. We have professional Belizean artists and they're down there painting, and they're all painting and rotating on a canvas. So at the end of the day, every artist would have painted on that canvas. And we have a children's section, and we have had around 70 children come through already who are actually just painting for the joy of painting. A lot of people don't get the chance to paint, so this we're doing.
According to the organizer of the event, the Paint Up a Storm event gave artists an opportunity to express themselves in a meaningful way.
Last year we had over 100 kids painting and 20 artists, and today it's only going to be 8 artists and as many children as going through. They just stop, paint for a while and move on. The purpose of this is the joy of art, just for the pure sense. A lot of time, like the artists that are painting now, they've been saying, gee, this is so much fun. I never get to be with other artists, just working with them and stuff like that. And that's a lacking thing here. There's nowhere for artists to just gather and sit and talk about ideas and stuff. I just heard 2 of them talking about some project one is doing and was asking advice from somebody else. So, you know, they came together and they're doing that. And a lot of times, you know, it takes a lot of money because it's free. We do it for free. And this year we've started giving the artists an honorarium, small, but it shows how much we appreciate them and know that artists' work is important.
TNC News spoke with a couple of the artists who took part in Saturday's event.
The painting is about Belize and pride and show that we're strong enough to cry as one. And crying is not a coward thing. It's your true feelings. So.
This picture represents anyone or just about crying?
I guess everyone in yourself, especially the proud men. Everyone try to keep it in, but inside they're dying to cry.
So you are trying to tell people that what you have, you bring it out, or?
Yeah, be yourself.
Be yourself.
There's not a lot actually going through my mind when I start painting. It's kind of like a meditative process. All the thoughts, all the externals, all the chatter in your mind just kind of goes away, and I find myself focused and open and kind of empty, and allowing the paint and the canvas and the colors and the feelings to come through my body and onto the piece that I'm working on.
The Paint Up a Storm event was held at the Cayo Welcome Center. The news on the national channel.
Indigenous Productions presents to you
Ras India.
It's truly
one of a kind.
One of a kind.
One of a kind.
Available in stores worldwide.
Big love from London. We love the album. I was living in Ethiopia. I'm from Mexico and we love this one of a kind city. We love one of a kind. Big up Ras India from Belize. One love. I like it.
I'm here from Australia. Big up Francino, one of a kind. Boo.
I'm Angel. I'm from Canada, Alberta, and I love this new CD.
廣東話好音樂，本地製作，支持。
Buy it now.
Download it on Amazon and iTunes now.
Available in stores countrywide.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of my TV is it costs as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. My TV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
Mainly fair, warm and dry weather conditions continue to prevail over our area. The general forecast for Belize and her coastal waters is for partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers, if any, will be isolated. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny. Winds are easterly to southeasterly at 5 to 15 knots. The sea state is choppy. Low temperatures tonight will be around 81 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 67, that should be 76 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and 72 degrees Fahrenheit up in the hills. High temperatures on Thursday will be around 89 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 96 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and 82 degrees Fahrenheit up at the higher elevations. The tides, a low tide is now occurring. This will be followed by a high tide at 22 minutes past 2 o'clock in the morning. The sun will rise at 28 minutes past 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. It will set at 12 minutes past 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. The extended forecast, valid through to Friday afternoon, is for continuing mainly fair, warm, and mostly dry weather conditions to prevail. And that is a look at the weather with information provided by forecaster Ronald Gordon at the Belize Weather Bureau. To summarize the news, here are the main points again. OAS to conduct independent investigation of Sabada incident. San Ignacio businessman injured in robbery incident in Belize City. And businesswoman Marie Sharp is inducted into the Pepper Sauce Hall of Fame. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a good evening and a good night.